Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Marian and give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you can click the subscribe button and stay for a while. I upload 3 times a week. Get ready with me, so shop my stash. Turn on your makeup. If it's beauty or makeup related, I will be posting it. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you could tell from the title of the video, it's going to be a little get ready with me, chit chatty, get ready with me. And we're gonna talk about the holiday blues. I feel like it really is a thing, right? I feel like it is. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with this video. Okay, hair is pulled back. I did already go in with primers. I feel that's a boring part, but let me know if you want me to include that. There is a tiny bit of construction going on in front of me. It's on the side of the house, but I face the window for natural lighting. That's my light source. There's a creek that runs through part of our property, and that creek has water that comes down from the mountain. So spring, summer, there's water flowing on the creek. We lose some of that water because it's not piped, so they're working on a project and they're piping the entire creek. Yeah, so there is that going on. They started on Monday. They have knocked down so many trees, and now you can see my house from the main street, which we don't like so much, but we will be planting trees so that hopefully in a couple of years it'll start covering the house from being able to see it from the main street. That was a lot of explanation, but yeah, that's what noise, if you do hear the noise, that's what that is. Okay, so yes, primers. I went in to the Wet n Wild primer serum. I haven't used this in a minute. Decided to start picking it up again. I used this to just add moisture back into my face. I used the Hourglass, is it the ambient, the mattifying one for my T-zone, and the new Merit Great Skin Priming Moisturizer. For the perimeters of my face, I did go in for a touch-up on my lips. So if they look plump, that's why. If you've been here for a minute, you already know that I do get lip fillers about every 6 to 8 months. All right, let's get started. So I honestly and truthfully just kind of want to sit here and get ready with you all. I feel like life has been non-stop since October. I'm exhausted. I have had some other personal things going on in my life, you know, behind the scenes, and I feel like sometimes we can feel that we are alone when everybody else is like in the Christmas spirit, and maybe we're going through some tough times and not so much in the Christmas spirit. You know, we're kind of the Grinch at times during the holidays. Smashbox Filling Foundation brush, and that was the Makeup Forever HD Glow foundation. Yeah, so I feel like you are either like in super great spirits and super excited for Christmas to be here, or you're dreading it. But I'm here to tell you that it's perfectly normal to be both. I'm gonna go into the Victoria Beckham concealer pen. I kind of want to use more than I normally do since this is lightweight, and I can't use too much of that Makeup Forever because it's not my perfect match. Yes, so you can be both. I've had a lot going on in life lately. Even though I might seem like I'm perfectly fine and like I'm always in a positive mood, I can definitely not be. I'm definitely a person that believes when you're going through something, you gotta let yourself go through those emotions. I am not always like positive, but I am always optimistic. Like, you can be sad, angry, depressed, but still be optimistic at the same time. I also feel like when you let yourself go through the emotions, you kind of prepare yourself to go through whatever comes next. And I'm a firm believer that it is perfectly okay to not be okay, but that doesn't mean you have to be in a depressive mode. I hope I'm making sense. Anyways, this pretty much was brought on because my dog, Boris is his name. I have a corgi, a tricolor corgi. And yesterday was the 19th of November, and the last time he had a seizure episode was on the 16th of August. So 3 months without a seizure, which is absolutely amazing. Well, I think he got into scraps, like snacks that we give the chickens. And so yesterday he had a pretty bad seizure. And then again this morning at 4:16 in the morning. So not only am I exhausted, but now I also have that stress of feeling helpless, because when it comes to seizures, especially when they're happening, there's not much you can do other than make sure they're safe, that there's nothing around that they can hurt themselves with. So yeah, like, I guess with that stress right now, I'm really feeling the holiday blues. Okay, I'm gonna jump into the makeup by Mario. Skin enhancer in light medium. I hope you can't hear what's going on too much. I think they're chopping down. No, not chopping. They're shredding the wood that they're chopping down. This is a Nikki LaRose N15, and I think it was a Chikuhodo large eye brush that I used for the concealer. Definitely in the past, when I felt like this, I would always go into the mindset of why me, why did things always keep happening to me? Yeah, it's just, I feel like since October, it's just been nonstop with so many things, so many different things. It doesn't help that my husband is away for work half of the year, and I'm basically a single parent, even though I'm married for half of the year. That does not help. That's added stress to my situations. And then of course, it seems like everything has to happen as soon as my husband is for work. He left this morning. I think he usually starts his drive like at 3 or 3:30 in the morning. So yeah, you know, life. Huda blush filter in Latte, just a tiny bit. I feel like ever since I became an adult, holidays are just stressful, and they shouldn't be. I feel like the holidays should be a time of joy, celebration, and I feel like most of us don't feel that way. Let me know if you agree or disagree. I'm mainly mostly just chatting with you all, hanging out, because I feel like I needed this. I feel like I needed my peeps to kind of ground myself back up, because I can definitely let things get to me, and I feel like I don't let it take over, but emotionally I definitely do let it get the best of me. If you don't follow me on Instagram either, because you don't have Instagram or whatever the reason may be, I do post on my stories like workout stuff. I am somebody who moves 7 days a week. Now, it's not always super intense. I want to say probably 4 to 5 days out of the 7 are actual, like, true programmed days, and the other days are accessory work, running, like not as intense as, like, say when I'm lifting heavy and doing some Olympic lifting work, or trying to PR, or doing a workout where the barbell cycling is pretty heavy. Like, it's not always intense, but I do move my body 7 days a week. I have gotten pretty good at making sure my discipline is strong. So even on the days that I don't want to do anything, I still do, because at the end of the day, my 100% for that day looks different than the day before and the day before that. And I feel like that's why a lot of people, when they think consistency, they think that they have to give it their all, 150% every single day. And that's not how it goes. Consistency is like this. It's not a straight line. You can have days where all you did was go for a 15-20 minute walk, and that's perfectly okay. You moved. It kind of helps you create that discipline to where on the days that you don't want to work out are the days that you make sure you work out. I hope that's making sense. And for me, it's mostly because it helps me mentally. It helps me just kind of decompress, release some of the emotions that I do have going on. Like, it's my therapy. Okay, I'm now going to set my face. Yeah, I would love to know how you're feeling right now. I would love to know if you're having good days right now or bad days. I also feel like the fact that it gets darker sooner can really affect some people. Sun is so important for our daily lives. That natural vitamin D that we get from the sun helps out in more ways than we know. So if you're somebody who works in an office and doesn't really see the light of day, because by the time you leave work, it's dark outside, that could also be a reason why you're feeling the holiday blues. The sun, we need the sun. Just like plants, animals need the sun, we need the sun. So if you are feeling that way and you have an office job where you don't see the sun at all throughout the day, maybe on your 10-minute break, try going outside. I promise you, you will feel the difference, at least within a week, of how much that sun is gonna help you in your mood. I might always seem, I feel like one of the main compliments I get from a lot of people is that I always seem like I got it together. Seem is the key word. I just, like, I go through my emotions, but maybe I've gotten to the point where I can definitely let it not affect me a ton to where my daily life looks like a total mess. I also feel like when you have kids, you ain't got a choice. You ain't got a choice. You cannot sit there and wallow. You cannot sit there and just do nothing. It's just impossible. Now I'm going into the Melt and Universal Monsters powder. It is absolutely impossible when you have kids. I mean, there are days where I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like cooking. We pretty much just are on survival mode, but I still have things that I need to do. I do them slowly and I might spend an extra 10 or 15 minutes on the couch telling my kids, just give me a minute, give me a minute. Yeah, when you have kids, it's pretty much no, you cannot. You gotta get the day going, get the day done, because you ain't got a choice. Okay, I did just film a tiny bit with my phone for a reel for Instagram. So I do have some powder bronzer, but I'm so excited. I have here the new bronzer from What's Up Beauty, Chique Terre. Yeah, it's the new blush and bronzer that they came out with. This is in the tone 20 medium, and they sent over this one in 30 tan. Here's a swatch. So it's a pretty warm bronzer. And then they also came out with two new brushes. One of them is the R202. I believe this is the blush brush, but I prefer it for the bronzer. My video on this launch should already be up. So far I'm enjoying it. This is only my second time trying it. The formula is really pretty, very soft. They did stop using that machine for the wood, so that makes me happy. I don't know for how long, but so far right now it's not on. I totally lost track where I was at as far as talking to you all. I do feel like the holiday blues are a thing, but I also feel like you can prevent from them getting too bad. Let me know down below if you are somebody who feels like that during this time of year. For me, I don't think it's so much that it's the holiday blues for me. I feel like there's just been so much going on behind closed doors that it's finally all emotionally catching up to me. Yeah, so I'm not blaming it on the holiday blues, but I feel like something like this does happen at least once or twice a year, and it's usually when weather is changing, sun is changing. I think it's normal. It's normal to go through your ups and downs. It's part of life, you know? Kind of helps you get a little bit more tough mentally. At the end of the day, pretty much the best way that I get myself through is, and it sounds cliche, but this too shall pass. Like, once you get through it, once you get over it, you kind of think like, okay, like, I handled that. Some days were pretty, some days were not, but it's done, it's past. Let's move on to the next situation that's coming along my way. Yeah, and I know in the moment it's hard to think that way. Trust me, I know. Yeah, just know that just because I seem like I always got it together, I don't always got it together. I'm just behind the scenes. I'm, you know, crying in the corner, eating my sweet treat that I probably shouldn't be eating, and just dealing how I feel best to be dealing with at the moment in time. Okay, eye primer is on. I went into the Rare Beauty eye primer, and I think we're gonna jump into the Icy Nude from Huda Beauty. I think on the video where I created 3 eye looks with this, someone asked for more eye looks, so I'm pulling it out today for that reason. Okay, sorry, my kiddos. Let's get started. This eye look, I want to make it quick. I'm gonna jump in to the darkest shade, She Rich. You know, I kind of heard 50-50 on this palette. Some people are loving it, some people are not. I would love to know if you purchased this and if you're loving it or not. B5 from Blend Bunny. I'm enjoying it. I think the shimmers in this one are pretty special. Like, I think she did a really good job. Well, except for that glitter shade. It's honestly so annoying. Okay, now with this mini Natasha Denona brush, let's jump into this one here, which is High Life. I would love to know some of the things that you personally do when you are feeling down. Maybe there are some people watching this video that kind of just need some words of encouragement. I still, like, even though I'm going through my things and my emotions, I feel very blessed, especially because I keep seeing, mostly on Instagram, but all the people in North Carolina that are still like homeless, living in, if they don't have a camper, a tent. This morning the temperature was what, 19-20 degrees. Can you imagine sleeping in a tent in temperatures like that? I mean, I'd imagine it gets pretty cold in North Carolina. And like, just so much tragedy that has happened, continues to happen, whether it's here in the United States with loved ones that I know or across, you know, the world. I'm still very grateful and thankful that I have a roof over my head. I have warm food, a fridge that is stocked up, because I want to say in the last week and a half, in the moms local group from the town that I live in, I've seen a post almost every single day, mostly single moms that are struggling to make ends meet, need help, whatever the case may be. But it makes me feel even more grateful and more blessed to just be living the life that I do. Okay, NYX glitter glue is on. I have not used this silver platinum and I kind of want to. Let me do platinum. It's gonna go right in the middle. And then I picked up Iced Out, which is that one that looks like it's white in the pan. Okay, very icy. I feel like every eye look I've created with this palette has been icy. I haven't used the light pastel pink IDGAF. This is the Blend Bunny B2, and we're gonna use this as our inner corner. Yeah, perfect. All right, let me go ahead and finish off the eye look and we can continue with the rest of the face and hopefully wrap up soon, because I feel like this video is gonna be so long. Okay, that wood machine is on again. Okay, now we're gonna jump in to the new blushes from What's Up Beauty. This is in 20 Serene Sienna. By the time you see this video, they will have already launched October 22nd. This video might go up on the day that they launch. And this is the other brush, which they labeled as the bronzer brush, the R203. But this one for me, as far as the shape and the density of it, I'm enjoying this more as a blush brush, or maybe like contour. But for bronzer, I did try it, and I think blush would be best suited for me personally. And that's what, oh, here, let me swatch it. I already swatched it for the video, but I'll swatch it again. It's a pretty pinky tone. It does have like a pearlescent, I think this one has like a champagne gold pearl in it. All right, I did do my eyebrows off camera. I used the Dominique Cosmetics brow pencil, and I mixed the Melt brow gel and the Got To Be brow gel. This is just a little sample of the Chanel mascara that I got. Just trying to use it up. Hopefully this video didn't come off as like a Debbie Downer kind of video. I know sometimes when I'm struggling and I hear that other people are feeling it too, it helps me out not to feel alone, you know? So hopefully this video doesn't bring you down. Honestly, it was more selfish reasons than anything. I needed this makeup therapy sesh. I selfishly just kind of wanted to hang out with you all, talk and get ready, apply some makeup. Makeup is one of my happy places. Baking is also another one. Baking puts me, it helps me, it almost relaxes me in a way. But I did want to talk about the holiday blues because I feel like I'm also gonna add a tiny bit of the Watch Me mascara from What's It Beauty. It's normal to feel a type of way certain times of the year. It is absolutely impossible to be on top of everything, including your emotions, all year round. There's no such thing. For highlighter, we're gonna use this one today since the eye look is pretty icy. But I am going to jump into the orange and the pink. This is the MY3 from My Kid Co and Danessa Myrick. I hope you are all having a good week. Thanksgiving is coming if you live in the US. I don't think it's celebrated anywhere else. If it is, let me know. Okay, I think all we have left is lips. So Thanksgiving will be at my in-laws. I'm very, not strict, but I like to make sure that my kids go to bed around the same time. The twins' bedtime is at 7:15. So probably get to my in-laws around 4:30 and we'll be leaving by 6:30. I don't know, but it won't be super late. One, it gets dark so early. They live up the canyon, so I don't like driving at night, especially when I have the kids with me. This is the Refi Lip Sculpt in Dusk. So my eye has just been twitching like crazy. I googled it and it seems like stress and not sleeping well can be reasons for your eye to twitch. Yeah, so I won't be staying super late. I don't even know what I'm supposed to bring. I am hosting a Friendsgiving here this week on Friday, so that should be fun. Okay, my lips are so dry. I'm gonna jump in to the Rose Ink lipstick in Demure. I'm pretty sure that's the name. Yeah, pretty pinky tone. All right, my lovelies, here is the finished makeup. I think everything looks so pretty. Eye look is pretty icy, and I feel like every single eye look I have done with the Icy Nude palette from Huda Beauty has been icy. But for me personally, I feel like they have been different enough. I'm enjoying the palette. I feel the shimmers are pretty special, more than past launches, I want to say. Could be wrong. Maybe I need to use the prior two again just to see, but I've been enjoying it. I think it's a beautiful palette, and I'm glad it's in my collection. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Gosh, I appreciate you all so much. I needed this. I so needed this makeup therapy to talk to you all, hang out. It was so nice. Thank you so much. I hope it wasn't too much of a Debbie Downer kind of video. I feel like when you're feeling like this, it's a very good thing for you to talk about it. If you have no one to talk about it, at least write it down. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me and getting ready. I know I always have fun anytime I apply makeup. Makeup therapy is a real thing when it comes to me. All right, my lovelies, if you own any of the products that I used today, make sure to pick them up and use them. I did use some newer products, but I do feel like I pulled out some other ones that are not so new. Would love to know if you own any of the makeup items that I used today and if you are enjoying them. All right, with that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye.